Hey guys, it's M, and today we're continuing the MT versus MUI conversation, in a sense. A few of you guys pointed out some stuff I missed, along with the few things I said were just wrong, so let's get into it. First of all, I said Solar Flare could be helpful against Ken. This was real dumb, considering that Ken's been blinded before, quite a few times in the show, and due to him knowing Shu, he was fine. I blanked out that part somehow. Second, I mentioned Ken can't fly, so Goku would just be able to time him out. Quite a few of you mentioned that flying in DBZ is a technique and not an alien exclusive thing, given how characters like Yamcha, Videl, and Tien can fly. That's a valid point I didn't think of when I made this video. Another mistake on my part. Third, people said that Ken's faster than Light, given how he was able to fight Han and his fist didn't leave a shadow. Therefore, saying Ken's slower than Goku is wrong. I don't agree with this point at all. Keep in mind I never said Ken's slow, I just said he's slower than Goku is. Gotenks in the Buu Saga circled the world 3 times or so in a few seconds. Gotenks, by this point, of all stats is completely irrelevant, so Goku would be extremely far over him. Ken had to run on foot to reach the Nanto General's tower, and he didn't make it until Rao pretty much destroyed the entire castle. It's why Ken uses cars and things to get around, because H and K characters aren't meant to ping pong across the globe. They're just meant to be strong martial artists. Ken may be able to weave and punch fast, but Goku can physically move his entire body faster than anything Ken's been shown to be able to do, which is why I said Ken's slower by comparison. People also mentioned that Shachi couldn't even see Ken and Han fighting because they were moving so fast. This is a Dragon Ball staple. As early as the Saiyan saga, characters mentioned they were moving so fast they couldn't see them unless you really focused to look at them. So, for this counter argument, I don't agree. DBZ's strength and speed feats are scaled to gods. HNK's strength and speed feats are incredibly busted, but do not scale the same. Someone moving so fast they don't leave a shadow wouldn't even be worth pointing out in DBZ, given the entire hit fight he moved so fast they thought time was stopping. I got a random comment that said Ken can't kill Goku with Hokuto because he'd explode and the entire universe would blow up because of his ki. I asked this to Reddit, and I'm gonna compile what I remember from what they said and word it in a more positive and conversational way. This point doesn't make too much sense to me. There hasn't been a single case of a strong person getting their pressure points hit and it all of a sudden damages Ken. It's just not a thing in this series. You can argue that Rao's spirit worked like this, but I think that was more intentional, as if he made it happen himself. Now let's talk about the unequal stats side of this debate. One person in the comments mentioned Soryu Tenha. Seeing as I don't even think I finished HNK1 personally at the time of making that video, there's no way I would have known what Soryu was, but now that I do, it's definitely a valid point to the conversation and a game changer at that. Ken would have to recognize immediately he'd have to use Soryu, just because of noticing how fast Goku generally is or noticing how much damage he does when he hits the environment. If Ken uses Soryu, it comes down to technique, but as someone else mentioned, the further Dragon Ball goes along, the more the characters become reliant on forms than technique. Along with this, since it's a fist fight due to Soryu disabling all ranged abilities, none of Goku's special attacks would work. Ken would dominate Goku in a 1v1 fight with no powers. In sheer experience in hand-to-hand combat, there's not even a comparison between these two characters. Goku's just been able to blow people up with beams since the Saiyan saga. Not saying he has no hand-to-hand experience, it's just in comparison to Ken it's practically irrelevant. As for without Soryu, I still believe Goku would win. Some people mentioned that Ken could hit his pressure points, but Goku's durability is crazy strong and I don't think he could hit Goku hard enough to press any. If he caught Goku off guard, then yes, he very well could maybe hit a pressure point, but normally I don't believe he can, no. Goku trains with a cat that tapped a planet in half with one finger. No one in HNK has the capabilities of doing that. There's no proof of anything like this, so I don't believe Ken normally hits hard enough to kill Goku by just jabbing his points. Now for Nanto, maybe. Slicing and piercing techniques are incredibly effective in DBZ. Destructo Disc can slice people in half. People like to act like this is one of the best techniques in the series, though we're ignoring the fact that Cell slapped the Destructo Disc away and took one to the neck. Moves like this seem to be as strong as the person doing them. Ken's strength himself is impressive, but I don't think he's scaling up to Goku like I said before. His Nanto might slash Goku, but I don't think he can rip him in half unless he uses Falco's Gento specifically because of how far it cuts. This is one of his few valid options options if he can land it. I also believe Tenhakat Sats would work, since if we're going off of more modern interpretations, it seems to pierce people, but it'd be really hard for Ken to land this move against Goku. There's a slim chance that Ken can kill Goku. None of this changes the fact that Goku still can't hit MT, but I really don't believe Ken's killing Goku with normal stats. He has a few quirky ways too if he can catch MUI off guard, but I don't know if he can manage that. It's up to opinion, but I don't think Ken's killing unscaled Goku without Soryu. Some people said Goku would want a fair fight and Ken could beat Goku at the time he's messing around. It's possible, I wouldn't deny it, but Ken would have to blitz him immediately. Not sure where else you can take this conversation. Either Ken kills Goku before he even takes him seriously, or he doesn't. There's just no in between. This was just a quick little update video to this topic. I felt it was necessary to correct myself and then address what went wrong. Feel free to continue this conversation, and as always, I'll be glad to discuss with you guys in the comments. And with that, I've been M, and I am out.